Hi everybody, it's me. As promised, today is the day for me to do a little stunt to help end world hunger. You all have pledged $650 for the World Food Program in exchange for the joy of watching me eat this terrible thing right here. Just to give you an idea of where this whole thought came from, we were on Facebook one day and somebody had brought up these vintage 1970s recipes as a kind of a gag meme, and looking through them, they were all truly disgusting, none more so than this one called creamed eggs in a corned beef crust. And there's a good picture of it right there. It really resembles vomit in something like a hamburger shell. This thing came from a real book called Happy Living, A Guide for Brides, published in 1965. This thing is full of really terrible recipes, but like I said, none more so than this one. So we decided sometime this last few months that we would try to raise some money for the World Food Program, and we would do it by me cooking and putting this thing together and then eating it. Well, there's not much cooking involved. In fact, it involves no cooking. It's simply mixing a bunch of things together and then letting it set up for a little while to congeal. And what we're going to do here in a minute is go and take a look at those recipes, and then we'll move forward to the eating part. Ingredients for this thing is really pretty simple. It has a corned beef shell on it, which is made out of pure corned beef. It's got a little bread crumbled into the corned beef to hold it together, and some egg, of course. And then there's 6 hard-boiled eggs in the mixture. And then over here we've got mushroom soup, a 1/4 cup of cream, and a can of whole mushrooms, and a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce for flavor. There's really not much to this thing. You just kind of assemble it, and then we're about ready to go. So the first step is to put the crust in the oven for 15 minutes. So here goes that. Oops, wrong oven. There we go. 15 minutes. Next step is to put all of this stuff into the pot so that we can warm it up. That was the cream and the Worcestershire sauce. Those are the mushrooms. This is the cream of mushroom soup. Quite nice. And we're going to warm that up. We'll be adding the eggs here in a minute. It says to put it in here and we serve it immediately. Is it supposed to be thicker than this, you think? It's hard to say because no one's ever made it before. And here is the finished product. So we've made the pie. Creamed eggs in a corned beef crust. And it's hard to describe quite how it smells, although you can see how it looks. The smells are interesting. The corned beef crust around the outside actually looks like the most appealing part of the whole thing. The stuff that's in here is nothing special. Mushroom soup, mushrooms, a little Worcestershire sauce, and some cream. Kind of a soup.
And eggs.
And lots of eggs. Lots and lots of eggs. So, We're going to go with the first bite here. And Tracy's filming and she's got her finger on the 911 button. Here we go. Got some meat there. We're going to take a giant, as big of a bite as we can of all the good stuff that's in there. Here we go. Well, this definitely tastes like something you would do in the 1970s. The corned beef gives it a little heartiness. The layer of soup and such that's in here and eggs is really kind of a neutral. It doesn't add much flavor, it doesn't take much away. It's the corned beef crust that kind of carries the day on this. And as I'm eating this, it's going to be hard to tell if I've eaten an entire slice or not because the contents in the middle just kind of are real soupy. It's not as congealed as the photos might have looked in the cookbook. But it's actually not terrible. It's definitely not something I'd ever want to eat again or anything I would ever recommend. But if you were a 1965 housekeeper and you were putting together a meal for dinner, this would actually be a pretty easy one, as long as you got the corned beef out. Add ground corned beef, throw it in a pan, take these other things right out of the can and throw them in there. I think you could have this thing done in about 15 minutes. Wouldn't be too bad. It's really not that good, but it would work. It would keep people fed. I promised I would eat a whole slice, and I'm getting there. It's a very hearty meal. I don't think you could really eat more than one slice. It's pretty filling. Okay, that about wraps it up. I'm sitting here putting the video together for you, and I have to say, as I sit here watching it, there's been very few times when I've eaten anything quite more disgusting than that. Although it didn't taste terrible, the texture of it and the smell of it was really quite awful. I think the only thing I've eaten that's really worse than that was Vegemite, which somebody made me eat a few years ago, and it was shockingly terrible. However, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I really hope that you enjoy the fact that we've together raised over $650 for the World Food Program. I think we should be proud of ourselves. Thank you for that. And I know that the program will be thankful. They will be able to feed one person for over 1,200 days with the donations that we've made. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year for another challenge. Bye-bye.